Hi developers. Last video we discussed about how to draw this graph by using PlotlyJS and dummy mock API data. So this video we are going to discuss about how we can one more line. Now this is the profit. So we want to add this customers, how much the rise of customers, how many customers are throughout the year, what is the amount, whether it is increase or decrease. We are going to add one more line here. Let's start. So if you don't see the previous video, please in the top right there is one link will come. If you click that link, you can see the first video, part 1 video. Please complete the part 1 video, then come to this part 2 video, then only you can understand. Let's start. So open your VS Code which we have completed till now. So here we took the date and profits. We want customer. Let me inspect and show you what we are getting. So by loading this page, I'll recall what we did so far. So here it is a simple HTML page. Then in the onload of this page, we are calling plot graph method. So this plot graph function, there is a mock API. So this API will provide the data. So this is our mock API, and last video I explained how we can create a mock API. You can generate the data, and in the mock API URL you can upload data. So after that uploading, you will get this. So this data we are getting in the mock API. I'm getting date, profit, but customer also there. So we want to draw one more line for the customer. So for that we have to by using Lodash, we can filter constant customers equal to underscore dot map. This map method will filter from the array object which property you want. I want only customer. So this will be our secondary y-axis. Secondary y-axis. So primary y-axis is our profit and secondary y-axis our customer. So here I want to simple, whenever you want you can add n number of lines here. That's why it's called multiple line graph. So here we have profit trace. Now we are going to add one more trace. So constant, I'll copy this, I'll rename it to be save our time. So here instead of profit trace we can put customer trace. So in the customer trace, date, instead of profits what we got, customers. So here the customer, the name will be customer. So don't forget to push the object in this array. So trace is array, we have created the new object, we are going to push. So for each and every line you have to add new push. So new object. Let me refresh this. But here you can see it is like a straight line but minimum difference, because the range here is 80k from 0 to 80k, but here is 850. That's why it is very minimal. If you check the data, the profit is in 31,000 but customer is in 850, so the scale is mismatch. So that's why we have to plot secondary y-axis. This is only primary y-axis. When the range is different, so then you can plot with the range. So 0 to 1000, but here 0 to 80,000. So huge difference is there. That's why we cannot make it out the difference. How we can add one more secondary y-axis, I will tell you. So we have to create the layout. The third property is layout, how you want, what is margin and padding, you can say, and what is your y-axis name and title. Then we have to show the legend or not, and a lot of things. What is the color? We can do the color also. What is the color? Here we have the color, right? A blue color. Here we have the blue color and orange color, right? So we want different color, then we can configure. So for that we have to add one more object we are going to create. So here I'm going to create one more object called layout constants. So I told you 4 arguments. This new plot method will accept 4 arguments. What is your div element ID? Then second thing is data. The third thing is layout. Fourth thing is overall configuration. Okay, not only layout, the entire Plotly configuration. Okay, I will tell you. First thing is show legend. Legend is the name. So show legend equal to true. Show legend. Legend means we have some name we are going to display in this here. We are going to display profit, and we are going to this is called legends. Okay, and the date will display. So whether you want to legend to show or not. Okay, you can see all this configuration details documentation in the Plotly.js website. Okay, I have given in the description box. Next thing is, what is your legend position? Legend position. What is the margin? X-axis, where you want the X-axis? I want little space. I will give it 0, 1.05, and Y-axis is 1. You can give 1 also, no issues. Okay, so I can give 1. X-axis is 1, Y-axis is 1. Okay, then legend position, where you want legend. Next thing is width. What is my width of this plot? Width I want 850. Height, then what is your height? Okay, then margin, this is important. So margin, where you want the margin? Okay, so top, how much margin you want? 10 pixels, and right hand side 10, bottom how much you want? 10. Okay, so we have given the margin. Next thing is y-axis, x-axis. Y-axis and title. What is your y-axis? So here my y-axis is what we are displaying here, date, right? So we can give date. What is your title? Title of x-axis. Oh, x-axis we are displaying date. Then auto range. So range will be automatic, or you want to fix a range? Okay, this is your 0 to 80k, right? Based on the data, it will adjust automatically. If you can give fixed also, but better I recommend auto range, because we don't know what kind of data will come. If you know the data range, so then my data will come this range to this range, then we can give fixed range. But if you're not aware about data, so by default it is a true. Okay, auto range is true. Show grid. Show grid. Show grid means it's a grid. I will display it whether you want grid or not. I'll show false. I don't want grid. And show line. Okay. Show line. I don't want line. For y-axis we don't want. We'll go even. For x-axis I don't want. So next thing is, this is x-axis finish. So what is my y-axis property? I'll y-axis title. What is my title? Title first is primary y-axis profit, right? Profit, and overlaying. Overlay, it has to be overlay or not? We can give yes. This is one property. And show line and show grid. Show grid and show line as usual. For as x-axis we give, I'll give false. Next thing is what side you want. Okay, here let it be display. Okay, I want to display by default show grid and show line is true, so I will give as it is. Okay, this is my y-axis. I want secondary y-axis. So secondary y-axis we can give 2, y-axis 2. So what is the secondary y-axis? Customer. Okay, the overlaying is yes, and show grid, and I don't want grid and line for secondary y-axis, otherwise it will get too much of lines. Okay, I want only for y-axis. I don't want for any other thing. Okay, so too much of lines will come, then business will get confused. So what side you want? By default y-axis is left hand side, but this I want right hand side. You can give right. So it's only configuration. Next thing is color. What are the color you want? Color way means you can have customized color. Instead of fixed color, you can give whatever color you want. It will accept the color code. So for I will give blue and red. Okay. Hash key is a color code. Hash key 1F77B4. Okay. So this color, this will be the blue color. Okay. So next thing is red color. I want red color. You can give color code hash D62728. Okay, this is the red color. If you want, you can add a number of color. Later, you can use it. For you want to develop the four lines in the plot. Okay, then you can add whatever color you want. Okay, so this is orange color. Then we can add one more for green color. Green color is 006400. Okay, done. So this is the layout is done. So we have to mention third argument is the layout. So you can copy this, you can paste this. But one more thing we have to do, we have to mention which data goes to which axis. We have trace, we have developed, right? So trace 2, the which data will go to which axis. There are two y axes is there. The customer trace, as usual, we don't have to do anything. It will go as it is, but the profit trace will go as it is. The customer trace, so we have to add what axis? Y axis. So y axis is y2. Okay, the secondary y axis. So let's refresh and yeah. So we have to adjust. Yeah, so here we have to do small correction. So bottom we have 10, right? Margin. We have to change to 75 so that I can see the date and label everything. The very important thing is we have to remove this overlaying equal to y. Okay, it is not required because what happened, it will overwrite. So when I remove this, when I run this again, I can see the graph. It is working fine. Okay, so whenever I give the overlaying equal to y, what is happening, it is overriding my previous graph. Let's see. Okay, so I'll remove this. Okay, only title is enough. So what I'm showing only this grid only for y-axis. You can see here I'm showing these lines only for this y-axis 90k. If I show the grid and line for y-axis, this y-axis 2 also, let's see how multiple grids and multiple lines will come. If I see run it, see multiple lines are there. So for this also one line will come, and for this also one line will come. So it doesn't look good. So that's why I'm removing this false. Okay, so now we got names also. This is called legend. So here profit, it came in y-axis, primary y-axis, here secondary y-axis, and we got date. But this is called as a configuration. By default it will come. So plotly configuration, by clicking this camera icon, you can take the screenshot of this plot and you can send via mail to anyone. We can zoom it out and we can pan and we can see lasso means this much. We can just put one, draw some line and you can compare and it will reset. If you want zoom, you can zoom the graph, zoom out, and it will reset to your previous screen. This is the reset axis. This is a Plotly logo mark. When you click, it will take you to Plotly website. But if you don't want this much things, you don't want anything, okay, then you can have the configuration. And after layout, I'll add one more object that is called config. The fourth parameter. The fourth parameter will tell we can configure whether you want those information or not. Okay, so let me add that config constant config equal to responsive design. Okay, and if you open in mobile also, it will automatically adjust. Responsive equal to true. Okay, then display mode bar. Okay, display mode bar equal to false. If I give this, this is will be disappeared. Display mode bar equal to false. Yeah, but we have to add in fourth parameter. Okay, after adding this, when I refresh this page, that mode bar no more available. See, mode bar is gone. Okay, this is a responsive. If I open inspect and open in mobile mode, okay, so automatically whenever the screen is there, it will adjust. So based on your screen, this will be responsive. Automatically it will get adjusted. Yeah, so now we have successfully plot the primary y-axis and secondary y-axis. So the blue line will show you the profit and red line will show you customer. If you want to change the color, so only you have to, this is the first y-axis. For second y-axis, what is your color? If you mention, then automatically the color will get changed. So green color will come. So first is blue color, y-axis. First is y-axis. I want x-axis. I want red color as x-axis. Then if you change the color order of that color, then this will change. What is the color of y-axis? So first color, second color. So whatever you want. Okay. So yeah. Okay. This is look nice. So how we can change the line graph into bar graph? So that we'll discuss quickly now. Simple. So here this is a line graph. The type is a scatter. You can see here type equal to the data, the trace. Okay, here you can save type equal to scatter. So if you change to bar, then it will change to bar, the bar graph. Okay, so both you want to change, you can make it both as a scatter to bar. Okay, so very simple configuration is very simple. If you go to website, you can change the range. How to change the range? They are giving configuration properties and a lot of configuration you can customize the mode bar, right? Specific customized mode bar you can show. I want only the camera to take the screenshot. That also we can do in customized mode bar configuration. Okay, so thank you very much. Thanks for your time. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in comment section. Thanks. Bye bye.